We are live. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Jessica, for being here. Guys, this is Jessica Hidgon, and this is Momprenuer Changing Life interview number 11. Oh my God, I'm already in 11. It's been a journey for me to start doing interviews for mompreneurs. If you guys don't know me, I'm Jamie Ray with jamieray.com. And I help entrepreneurs, online marketers, and business owners how to brand themselves online so they can leverage the internet, get more leads and sales in their business, and fulfill their vision. Today we have an amazing Jessica Hidgon. She's a mompreneur too, so that's why you have it here. She will be talking about her story and how she managed to be a mompreneur now, and a lot of tips that she can probably give you today. And I'm gonna tell you some things that I found about her. She has 5,000 or more followers on YouTube, 16,000 more on Facebook, and more than 500 in LinkedIn. She's a social media marketer and home business expert, and she have launched products for more than 1 million. Oh my God, that's amazing. So Jessica, tell me about your story, and we're gonna start from there.
Sure. So thank you so much for having me on here. It's exciting to help other moms out there and talk about that stuff and see how it's done. But I started in network marketing when I was 21 years old. I was working at a makeup counter full time. I was going to school full time, and I was also trying to start a makeup business part time as well on the weekends. So I really was already committed about 90 hours a week to what I was doing. And, I thought I was pretty busy then, which I was, but you never know how busy you are until you have a kid. Let me tell you. But I didn't have a kid at that point, but I was very busy. And I went to my job, my makeup counter job, and I got in trouble for being late like 2 Tuesdays ago or something, right? And that was really a turning point for me because I had never been late before. I had been late just one time, and they really came down on the manager there really came down on me for that. And just a week before that, I had put together like this huge makeup party with 50 women in the store and sold a ton of products, of which I didn't make commission. They did. And some of my other associates did, but I did it just for the good of the store. And then they're going to come and tell me that I'm in huge trouble because, I was 5 minutes late 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
So that was a wake up call for me. And I realized that, a lot of your work now, if you love what you do or you're in a great job or have great bosses or whatever, then it doesn't apply to you, right? But a lot of companies and places out there, you're really not appreciated. And you're never going to earn, the kind of money that you deserve. So that's when I found network marketing. And I was terrible. So I was 21. I was broke. All my friends were broke. Nobody took me seriously. I had never built a business before. I had never done anything like this. So, what are you taught to do? You're taught to go to your friends and family, which is still good, right? That's not bad. But all of them pretty much said, no, you're crazy. And that was that. So for 6 months, I didn't recruit a single person. And that was really frustrating for me. But so what I decided to do is I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way. And at that time, Facebook was just kind of getting really, really popular. It wasn't quite as it wasn't nearly as popular as it is today, but it was just kind of up and coming. And so I thought, I wonder if there are people that are building businesses on social media. And I Googled it. I found some people that had built, some traditional businesses, some networking businesses on social media. I thought, well, if they can do it, then I'm going to give this thing a shot. So I came onto social media. I found a system that really worked for recruiting people, recruiting leaders, getting sales. And long story short, so 6 months of doing absolutely nothing. Within 18 months, after coming onto Facebook, I had my first $10,000 month in my company. And then from there, I went on to, it just went up and up. I went on to become the #1 female income earner of that company at 22 and 23 years old.
That's
So,
amazing.
yeah, so that was an exciting journey for sure. And then I had all these people ask me, how did you do it, Jess? What was the secret? What were you doing? And for a long time, I would just kind of shoot videos here and there. And then I thought, what would happen if I really put this stuff out there and created a step-by-step training, just reverse engineered everything that I did and put it out to the marketplace? Well, it turned out, because the way that I approach social media, it's not complicated. It's not, super techie or anything like that. I myself am not a super techie person at all. It's just simple steps that work, that duplicate, that people can use. So I thought, okay, what if I put this out to the marketplace as a course that people can use and just see what happens? So I did that. I created this course, and it did, so within a month, it did $850,000 in revenue, and since then has done over $1 million. And it's just been insane. And the testimonials, coming out of that is crazy. So, that's kind of been our journey. And now my husband and I, we've recently, about a year and a half ago, sold our position in network marketing to train the industry full time, just so there's no question of where our loyalties lie or anything like that. And, we train all over the world. Our company hit the Inc. 5000, which was super exciting, and I think is a great thing for the profession too as a whole. And it's been a awesome journey. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually been following Jessica for the past 8 months. And I've been learning from her and from Ray. Amazing couple. I think they have so much to give.
Thank you.
I think I learned because I like to give, but then you never know on social media how you can do that. And I learned that in just teaching people for free, you can get more value and get more customers instead of pitching right away.
Sure.
And I learned from you guys, and it was
thank you.
Amazing. And my mentor Kiara, she learned from you guys as well. So I know you guys have an impact.
Thank you.
In the world, and where you go, everywhere that you go, it's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Tell me about a little bit about your routine as a mom at house. With I know you guys are coached now, so how do you manage to be, coaches, and now with Sabrina, that I know their name because you put it out there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. As all the moms and dads out there know, having a little one, having kids is a whole new experience that you just can never be ready for. It's like you're thrown in and you're all in and you go. So really life has changed a lot. We don't travel as much as we did, which, is definitely a good thing in my opinion. And having an internet business allows us to do that. Yeah. We kind of the day to day, I really focus on, so now she's in daycare part-time. That gives me a lot more time to get things done. And I am getting a lot more done, right? It's amazing. But before that point, I would really focus on a couple of key kind of mantras or key thoughts. And that is, okay, if I can do one thing a day that moves me closer towards my goals, I'll feel good. I'll feel good about that. So every day it was one high level activity, whether that was a training, whether it was prospecting, whether it was meeting with a, big time, big fish or something, some kind of high level activity that would advance me further towards my goals. And that was once a day. And if I got that one done, great. And if I could get more done, fantastic. And if I couldn't, it's okay. The second thing was just being okay with being a mom, with just being a mom. And I think that's something, especially with today's society, that women really struggle with. Yeah. Is they think that they have to do it all. And the bottom line is we are genetically engineered to be moms. And there's nothing wrong with that. And just putting all your effort into being a mom is one of the hardest and most rewarding things on this planet. So I had to give myself permission on the days that I maybe couldn't get as much as I wanted to done to just be a mom and be really grateful and happy for that. But the one high level activity a day really saved me from just completely losing it with our business. And, it still helped me to feel productive in what we were doing. That was really my saving grace. And then, of course, if you have the means, get help. We always think that we can do it better. And as the mom of your child, of course, nobody's going to do it better than you, but get help where you can, even if it's not watching your kids. Maybe it's with, the laundry or the housekeeping, or even going to get groceries, even if it's from a family member. Schedule out a couple times a week where you have somebody come and just help you for even if it's a few hours, so you feel like you're getting yourself back and you can get that stuff done. So those are 3 things that really have helped me run a coaching business, as well as be a mom.
Yes, yes. I really get that. Sometimes I was feeling guilty, like, oh my God, if I'm not paying attention to the kids 24/7, I'm not a good mom. But when you have a business, I think you have to have that balance. If you want that lifestyle, you want that freedom, you have to get a little bit of your time as a business woman and put in that time. And then when you're a mom, you're a mom. And when you're a businesswoman, you're a businesswoman. I think you should separate that too, right? So
yeah,
you can have the balance.
It was definitely, it was explained to me in a really great way, because we all go through that mom guilt, right? And we have just an incredible friend. She's a business coach. She's just brilliant, that lives around here. And I was telling her about that, how, I'm having this guilt. And this is when she wasn't in daycare. And she said, well, Sabrina's going to grow up one day and she's going to have her own life. And then she's going to remember back when mom was around or was doing what she was doing. And she's going to remember all these times that you were either doing your business or with her or whatever. And don't you want her to see that her mom was passionate about what she was doing and that she was pursuing her passion, versus just always being a mom and going through, mommyhood without any passion whatsoever? And so, not to say that you don't have passion for your children, of course you do, but it was just described in a different way of thinking, like, okay, so if my daughter looks back and sees that there were opportunities I had or things I could have done that I didn't take, how's that look for her? And that's always the way that I envision it. Now, there are many women that their passion is being a mom. And I love that, because again, it's the hardest thing in the planet. I truly mean that. I'm not just saying that. It's so admirable to just be a mom at all. And that's one thing. But there are other women where obviously you love your kids more than anything. You want to be a mom, but you also have this other drive in you that's pulling you in a different direction, and you're scared to take it because of guilt. And when it was presented to me that way, it really made a lot of sense. Is I don't want my daughter seeing me not pursue the things that I want to do because of that mom guilt, that eventually she's going to have her own life anyway and remember those things.
And obviously, we cannot forget that we are wife as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a hobby to take care of. Like, we have a lot of jobs,
we do.
We are wife. We have a household that we have to take care of, unless we hire somebody. So we have a lot of jobs, and I think we have to have a balance in every single thing that we do. So, and I know we cannot feel guilty when we have to call the nanny to maybe spend some time with our hobby, right? Because we are women as well.
Right, absolutely.
We want some time off and go to the gym and probably do something that can feel that you're a woman and you're not losing yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, don't you want, some of you are married, some of you are single, that's okay. But if you are married or you're dating someone or whatever, don't you want your kids to see how it should be, with your spouse or whatever? You don't want to just put all the effort into them, because then it translates down the road and they see that. And so, Ray and I always try, and as I'm sure you do as well, we always try and set the example for Sabrina and what, she should find in a man. And so we do date nights all the time. Ray brings me flowers and I try and be a really good wife to him. And I'm not a cook. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a cook.
My husband cook at my house.
There you go. Just do simple, nice things to be the example for them. And, you guys are important as well. Your relationship's important.
Yeah, we divide each other, we have to like I'm good on cleaning, I have a clean service business and I love to cook, but I'm not I cannot be just there for a long time, it's like I have stuff to do. So it's like, just cook, you cook, I do other stuff.
Right. I love it.
So I wanted to ask you if you will do something different. When you were beginning, when you were a newbie, you didn't know anything about this whole network marketing business and online marketing, what would you do different? There's a key that we need to have to be able to pursue our dreams in this arena.
Wow, that's a really good question. There's lots of things, but if I had to pick out one or a couple, it would be, I would have built faster sooner. So I think people are waiting for the perfect strategy or perfect whatever situation or whatever. I would have gotten out there and built just faster, aggressively sooner before I knew all the pieces and all the ins and outs of the company and everything like that. I lost money because of that. And, you also lose time and all those precious things. So because of that, there were different people in my hometown, different people online that I missed out on that were in somebody else's downline that I could have capitalized on. And it's because I either didn't have that belief or I wasn't, ready, quote unquote, to take my business up a notch and become a leader. And that's all BS. It's just like the perfect time is now. There's never a better time. And so just diving in and doing it as fast as you possibly can with the time that you're allotted and the time that you have is always the best decision. If I had to pick something else, in addition to that, I would say that I would have made a decision quicker. So those might seem like two of the same things, but they're actually different. So, building fast and hard is one thing. Making a decision that this is all you're going to do is quite a different thing. So you can go hard and fast and
then you forget about it.
Kind of be dipping your toes in the water, right? And not so sure about what you're doing and if it's the right path for you or whatever. Again, that's also BS. Just make a decision that this is what you're going to do. Have that attitude with all of your being. Have zero disbelief in what you're doing. And if you have that disbelief, then maybe it's not the right vehicle for you. If you're not 100% behind your product or 100% behind what you're doing, then find something that is that thing for you and go full force 110%. So that belief combined with that action is huge. And in the beginning, I thought that I was going really hard, but really, I talk to someone here, I talk to someone there, I, do a few messages. They'd be like, oh, great job, Jess. You reached out to some people today. Good for you. You're awesome. Now go party with your friends. And the bottom line is I hadn't really made that decision. Yeah. So those two things I would have done much quicker.
It's very important what you just said right now. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to try this. And then they're there and then they have a good month probably. They make thousands of dollars, probably maybe 3,000, and they say, oh my God, I made it. But then next month it goes low and they feel like, this is not for me, I'm not gonna do it, and then they jump to another one. And that happens a lot online because there's a lot of shiny objects.
Sure.
And they forgot that they just have to make the decision. They just have to make the decision to go for it 100% for one thing. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Yes, for one thing. And you hit the nail on the head. Shiny object syndrome is everywhere. And it's crazy. And people are just dipping their toes in the water with everything instead of going full force with something, and becoming a jack of all trades and a master of none is not what you want your legacy to be. So just get in there, do it, and do it as best you possibly can. Always do your best.
Definitely. So I don't want to hold you back. I know you have a coaching call at the city. I wanna invite you guys, my audience and everybody watching right now. One of the best course that I think possible from Ray Hidgon. If you guys don't know him, you should go on YouTube him. And she have amazing freebies out there as well. I'm gonna put later on the 3 minutes expert, and I know this course can help you figure it out how you can make this work online. And it helped me, it helped my coach, it helped a lot of people that I know about it, and I know it's a great, like, I think he put all his heart in it.
Oh my gosh, 100%. For those of you that don't know, my husband has one of the top MLM blogs out there, and does, multi-millions in product sales and info product sales, and also training and things like that. So he has a ton of free information, but again, this is that 3 minute expert course is where he just takes what he does and reverse engineers everything that he does for his blog and everything. So if you feel that you're ready for that step, then that's a great course to dive into for sure. So thank you for mentioning that.
No problem. Yes. And I will tell that my last thing I would say is, I think my big tip for today for you guys will be, Jessica gave a lot of good expertise that she's being experienced herself. But I always said that you have to find a good mentor. One of my big mentors was Jessica Hidgon. She doesn't know.
Oh, thank you.
I had a mentor, but Jessica too, and Ray, those are my mentors, and you have to find somebody that you want to really achieve what they have and go for it and do exactly what they're doing, and you will have the same results. And Tony Robbins said that before. So you guys should know that you just have to find a mentor and you will get the result that you want. Thank you so much for watching, Jessica. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Your time. I know you're super busy, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, well, I'm honored to be on here, and thank you everyone for watching, and thanks for having me on.
Bye-bye.
Bye.